Hello, football fans, and welcome back to another episode of 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and joining me to talk about the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets versus the Pittsburgh Panthers here on our college football preview game, it's our host, Mr. Logan Landers. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Jeremiah? Great ACC matchup here with the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. This game's going to be on October the 2nd on Saturday at 12 o'clock in Georgia Tech in Atlanta. Putting in some work. It's going to be a great game. I can't wait to talk more about it.
Man, and I am telling you what, Georgia Tech, we are here in Atlanta. We are ready for football. We're ready to be in the stands. I might go down to the tailgate on this one. I'm not sure yet, but, I'm just ready to be in front of people and ready to join the football crowds and ready to, get back at it again. And so with this, this is the week 4 game, right?
Week 5.
Week 5. Wow, man. It's starting to really pull
quick.
Through. Yeah, now that we're into fall, I think that this is our first official fall game, too, because of the fall transition over the last few days. So we're getting into fall football, which is the best time of the year. Everyone knows that. I don't care if you're a football fan or not. Once the games start getting played in these fall times, it's good. It's good food. It's good family time. It's good friend time. It's just a great time to get together to watch some football. So, Mr. Logan Landers, tell us, what do the Yellow Jackets and the Panthers have to look forward to this week?
I'll talk about the Pittsburgh Panthers because they had an easy win last week, to say the least. Jeremiah, you want to hold your seat for a second because they won 77-7 against the New Hampshire Wildcats. So not the best competition in the world, but they were definitely able to showcase how good their offense was, you could say. My goodness. Kenny Pickett, 24 of 28, 403 yards, 5 touchdowns. Great day for him. The rushing game was phenomenal as well. Ronnie Hammond came in with 100 yards, even 3 touchdowns to boot on 17 carries. Israel Abanakada, 13 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown also, looking great. The receiving corps, of course, had a lot of work put in this past weekend. Jordan Addison, 6 catches, 179 yards, absolutely phenomenal for 3 scores. So this Pittsburgh offense was doing anything they wanted to against that New Hampshire team. They looked absolutely phenomenal. The defense, obviously, they looked great. Only gave up 7 points the entire game. 3 sacks as a team, 8 tackles for loss. So looked good. Damari Mathis had a interception that he brought back for a pick 6. Looking good on defense. And just everything that wanted to go Pittsburgh's way, it did. I mean, they look phenomenal. I mean, they put up 77 points, for God's sake. I don't think you can get much more impressive than that. Now, I know it is against lesser competition, but I think that's a great tune-up to face off against this Georgia Tech team who shocked a lot of people this past week. They had a great game. They beat North Carolina 45-22. North Carolina was ranked 21 in the country, so Georgia Tech shocked some people, beat a ranked team. They were at home, so they had the win in that one. Looked good. And Jeff Sims did everything you could want him to do as a great quarterback. 10 of 13 passing, 112 yards, 1 touchdown. I know Tech isn't really much of a passing team, but he was able to get it done when he needed to. But Sims really did his great work on the ground. 10 carries, 128 yards rushing, and 3 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs right behind him, 13 carries, 64 yards, and the other touchdown in the ball game. So the receiving corps the rushing game was on point. They ran for 261 yards total as a team. So they looked great on the ground, looking phenomenal. The passing game did what they needed to do. For the receiving corps, Malachi Carter had a touchdown for the day with 48 yards on 3 catches. Looked good. Man, they looked great on defense too. Only gave up 22 points to a pretty much a high-powered North Carolina team. They made Sam Howell fumble the ball 3 times, so they recovered all 3 of those. So that was really a big key in getting those turnovers and getting that win. Quez Jackson led the way in tackles, had 10 of those. And the big thing here, Jeremiah, is their sacks. They were able to get 8 sacks in the ball game this past weekend against the Tar Heels. So they were just able to show up that offensive line and just really get to the quarterback. And what a phenomenal performance. 13 tackles for loss as well. So the offensive line for North Carolina just had no answer for the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets defensive standouts at all during that game. and they just look great. So a big win for both of these teams this past week. Georgia Tech beat a ranked team, and they beat them pretty easily too. And of course, Pittsburgh absolutely demolished New Hampshire by 70 points. So these are two teams who scored a lot of points last week, and I hope they keep it up this upcoming week. I want these two teams to go at it, drive by drive, have a phenomenal offensive football game, because it's always great to see a defensive battle once every blue moon. But sometimes you just want to sit down and watch a football game where both these defenses just seem like they don't know what they're doing, but the offenses are clicking on all cylinders. And I think that's what's going to happen with this game. I think these offenses are going to look great. I think Georgia Tech's running game is going to look good, and the Pittsburgh passing game is going to shock some people. They're going to look phenomenal as well. But if I had to go with a winner with this one, I got to give it to the Yellow Jackets, man. I got them with that big momentum wave coming off beating North Carolina last week. That was a huge win for them. And I think that, Jeff Sims and company, they're looking pretty good. Georgia Tech, they are 2-2. They're 500. So they're looking solid. And I think that they're going to surprise some people this year. They're looking good in the ACC. Clemson's fallen off a little bit, Jeremiah. They're only the 25th ranked team in the country right now. So they are, they're not the world beaters who we all know are going to be in that ACC championship game. You never know. They might still make it. They might have some new competition like Georgia Tech or even like Pittsburgh. You never know. So if I had to pick a final score, like I said, I'm going to go with Tech. Got to represent for Atlanta. I think the Tech Yellow Jackets are going to get the win. Like I said, I want this to be high scoring. I want Tech score the same amount they did last week. I got 45, but I got Pittsburgh. I got Pittsburgh 38. So I want this to be a big, high scoring affair. If you like offense, I hope this is the game you want it. Like I said, this is just my prediction. I want this to be a very good scoring game. But you got to go with Tech getting the win in this one. I hope they've had a good season so far. I think they're just going to carry that momentum against Pittsburgh. Like I said, plus they got the home field crowd too. So that's going to help out. I know all those fans out there at Tech. There's some crazy people though, but they love some football. I think they're going to get the win. It's going to be a good matchup.
Hey, yeah, they do. And, that gives me even more of a reason to want to go down to this game in person here in Atlanta, Georgia. Just enjoy a great Yellow Jackets game, watch them do their thing, and hopefully come home with the win for the hometown boys. So, yeah, I'm really excited for that. If you are watching and you plan to go to the game, let us know in the comments. We'll see you there. And if you're a Pittsburgh fan, let's see what you guys can do. Let's see if you can try to pull out the upset. Let's see, let's see here what you think the final score is, and definitely what do you think is going to happen in this game. Tell us in the comments. And if you're watching us on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, thank you so much. All of your likes and shares and telling your friends and family about us by word of mouth has helped us grow tremendously in the last year. And if you're listening to us on our podcast, thank you again. But if you're not, why aren't you listening to the podcast? Jump over and listen to our podcast every single day over at 100 Yards of Football, anywhere that you listen to podcasts, including over on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Stitcher, Believe Podcast Network, anywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Just look up 100 Yards of Football and look for our great 50-yard line logo there with the football right over the Believe Podcast Network logo and our own 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio logo. And I'll tell you, we don't just do game previews. We have amazing legend specials. We have amazing history specials. We have episodes that you can listen to for years and years to come. And we have hundreds of episodes available. So all of our past dialogues and all of our past amazing guests are all there waiting for you whenever you'd like to listen to them. So find us in the morning when you're on your drive. Find us in your office or from your home office when you're hanging out during work time. And then on your drive back, or if you are in an Uber situation where you drive around a lot, listen to us then. We'll keep you company throughout your day. So thank you so much for this. And you've been watching our preview of Georgia Tech versus Pittsburgh with host Logan Landers. I'm your producer, Jeremiah Long, and we're going to be right back with another live video here in just a minute.